Okay, so there is an article on MSNBC today called Catholic Bishops Shape Healthcare Bill. So I'm reading the article, and the basic point is that Catholic bishops are getting involved in the healthcare bill debate, and they are lobbying Congress to make sure that there is no language in favor of abortion, but there also are no possible loopholes that could eventually down the road lead to government money funding abortions. So, as I'm reading this, I'm thinking to myself, the religious right wing seems so convinced that the Bible is 100% against abortion, that there may even be passages in the Bible that are word for word, hey guys, no abortion, or abortion is wrong. I'm not so convinced that was true. So what I did is I went to Google and I typed in Bible pro-choice, and believe it or not, there are actually quite a few passages that suggest the Bible may be pro-abortion. And I'm going to read you some right now. Quote number 1. If a man fathers 100 children and lives many years, however many they may be, but his soul is not satisfied with good things, and he does not even have a proper burial, then I say, better the miscarriage. It never sees the sun, and it never knows anything. It is better off. Quote number 2. Then I looked again at all the acts of oppression which were being done under the sun, and behold, I saw the tears of the oppressed, and that they had no one to comfort them. So I congratulated the dead who are already dead more than the living who are still living, but better off than both of them is the one who has never existed, who has never seen the evil activity that is done under the sun. You can't make this stuff up. Quote number 3. And if men struggle and strike a woman with a child so that she has a miscarriage, yet there is no further injury, he shall be fined, as the woman's husband may demand of him, and he shall pay as the judges decide. But if there is any further injury, then you shall appoint as a penalty life for life, eye for eye. In other words, if I haul off and smack a bitch, and she ends up having a miscarriage because of this, my only responsibility is to pay a fine. The only way I'd actually get any jail time, or the only way they would hurt me, is if I ended up inflicting pain upon her. If I bruised her, or if I broke one of her limbs, for example. Then I'm in trouble. But if I just kill the baby, then all I have to do is pay some money and I can keep it moving. Now, with all this being said, what's my main point here? My main point is that being that there are passages in the Bible that, yes, are very anti-abortion. We all know that those passages exist. But also being that there are passages in the Bible that are pro-abortion, if the Catholic Church is going to get involved in this healthcare debate, which I don't think they should be in the first place, but that's a different video for me to make. If they're going to get involved, maybe their main focus should have been a more Jesus-esque focus. In other words, maybe they should have cared more about the poor and the downtrodden in society. And like that Harvard study proved a month or so ago, how 44,000 people die every year in the U.S. because they don't have health insurance. Maybe that should have been the main focus of the Christians.